Pretty scary situation in New York, the Jamaica Queens section of New York to be exact, when an Amazon driver is targeted for a carjacking and her coworker decides to step in. Yeah, welcome back into the channel, Rockstars. Not something I normally cover on this channel, maybe one or two videos in the last few years about topics like this, but I think it's important that you guys and girls see what our delivery drivers can go through sometimes, especially those that are driving Amazon vans and vehicles, because they have big giant graphics on the side of their vans that say, hey, I'm an Amazon Prime delivery driver, and it puts a target on them because people know that those vans are potentially full of some very expensive items, a lot of money, a lot of merchandise sitting in those vans. I mean, people porch pirate right behind them, right? So why not just take the whole van if you've got, the criminal lifestyle behind you? Well, that's what we're going to see here in Jamaica, Queens, New York. A guy does try to carjack a very young Amazon driver. She's just 23 years old, and her coworker sees it happening, and the video picks up as he decides to step in and do something about it. Yeah, pretty scary there. And they did make a few mistakes. I mean, I don't know how he initially got in the vehicle, but I don't blame the drivers at all. The coworker that stepped in and gave him a pummeling there was good on them. The mistake they made, though, was she tried to kind of pull the coworker off, which is fine, but they let him have a beeline to get back in the van. I hope somebody was, obviously on the phone with the police. I don't know what point they called the police, but this guy was arrested. He was arrested for attempted carjacking and assault and a myriad of other charges. He was apparently on bond for other charges, and he has had violent arrests in the past, including May 2020 for an assault. The female worker did suffer some pain to her face, her arm, her neck. She refused medical attention. The would-be carjacker was, of course, arrested for that robbery and that assault, that attempted carjacking. He has open bench warrants for traffic violations, and his bond was set at $7,500, which means if he can come up with $750, he could bond out. And he's due back in court in July the 16th to be exact. His name is Kayvon Wilson, and his bond at $7,500 is out of the Queens criminal courthouse. So pretty scary what the drivers have to put up with, even as an Amazon driver. But good on her coworker for stepping in and throwing those haymakers, because they landed and that guy went down on his butt quickly. The only thing I will criticize them about is get that van secure. Don't let him get back in that van at any cost. They should have shut that door. She should have got up and got in the van and closed the door and locked it. Always keep your doors locked, guys. They should have, definitely should have secured that van and sent him on his way. I'm sure other people called the police, but that's what she should have done. If it was me, I would have been back in the van, door closed, doors locked, on my phone, 911, handling my business. The male coworker, he could have jumped back in his van and everybody went on their way or pulled off to the side to wait for this guy to get arrested. So there you go. Scary scene out of Jamaica, Queens, New York, with the Amazon drivers attempted carjacking. So if you are an Amazon, do I have any Amazon driver delivery people in my comment section or watching this video? If I do, please, has anything crazy happened to you? Leave it down in the comment section. If so, love to hear from you. Love to see what other people think about it as well. So thank you guys so much for being here on the channel. Make sure you check out the description box. There's a ton of amazing links, resources for resellers, ways to start your own business, entrepreneurship, e-commerce, and my e-commerce fulfillment center. You send us your inventory. We'll go ahead and photograph it, list it, and store it for you. And when it sells, ship it out and fulfill it for you. Just like Amazon's FBA warehouse, similar to this, we take care of it for eBay, Poshmark, Etsy, and Shopify. Have a wonderful evening, everybody, and I'll see you next time.